Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clive Edwards. I'm Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the Board of Governors at Edge Hill. Welcome to the university. I now declare that this ceremony for the conferment of degrees is open.
Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellors, colleagues, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends. Have I missed anyone? Oh yes, and lastly, most importantly, graduands. My name is Steve Igoe, and it's my great privilege and honour to be the Deputy Vice-Chancellor here at Edge Hill University. Good afternoon, and welcome to this, the 6th of 14 graduation ceremonies to be held on the campus this week. This ceremony recognising the achievements of students studying programmes in computer science and psychology. First and foremost today, I would like to offer my warmest congratulations and those of my colleagues to those of you on my left who will shortly graduate with awards from the university. In writing this brief speech, I had cause to reflect on some of the key issues of the day, those affecting society, universities, and indeed individuals in following their careers. Felt a bit depressing, but there you go. And the one thing that hit me above all was the belief that I don't think I've ever seen society so polarised as it is today. And if we think it's challenging in the UK, spur a thought for our cousins across the pond as they seek to navigate the challenges presented by their own peculiar culture and political system, particularly following the extraordinary events yesterday in Helsinki. Nonetheless, for you graduating today, this is the environment you'll be living and working in, and therefore I have 2 suggestions for you as you progress through the next phase of your career, wherever that may be. Firstly, embrace change. Change is a constant and should be welcomed. It will be with you throughout your careers. Change is not a new phenomenon. It's with us now and will be so throughout the course of our lives, both working and personal. This year, Edge Hill University celebrates 133 years of existence. Formally opened on the 24th of January 1885, imagine the changes and challenges that this university has witnessed over that period. The enfranchisement of women, a national movement that started in 1872 and which brought the franchise to women over the age of 30 in 1918, providing they were householders, married to a householder, or if they held a university degree. A degree was important then also. It seems right on a day like today to recognise the 100th anniversary of that momentous event. Indeed, the university has a closely aligned history with the suffragette movement, and even today, my robes reflect the colours of that movement, green, gold, and heliotrope, or purple to you and I. In the last century, the university went through 2 world wars, the Great Depression, numerous recessions, and the creation of the internet. The internet. What did we ever do without online shopping, email, social networking sites, and media streaming? Indeed, you yourselves as students will have seen significant change here at Edge Hill University, particularly evident through the development of the campus, with new residential accommodation, a new technology building, the Tech Hub, Your Home in Computing, and soon to be available new learning facilities in the Castlelist Centre, the new home of the Library Student Services and Careers, and new teaching spaces for psychology in the remodelled and vacated Learning Resource Centre. These latter developments all being available in September of this year, all of which helping to cement this university campus as one of the top 5 campuses in the UK. And the work will continue next year as we create the university's new medical school, consequent upon Edge Hill being awarded one of only 3 new medical schools in the United Kingdom earlier this year. Steve Jobs, the former CEO of Apple, who sadly died in 2011 at the age of 56, at a commencement address to Stanford University, talked of his own challenges, and in particular what he'd learned from being diagnosed with cancer in 2004. His message was simple. He said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which he defined as living with the result of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice, heart, and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. My second suggestion is to be courageous. In your careers, be true to yourself and have the courage of your convictions. Believe in yourself when you know something to be self-evident and true. And most of all, be true to yourself, as you're the one person you really can't deceive. And I'll let the psychologist define that one. Michelle Obama, in a commencement address to Virginia Tech in 2012, echoed similar sentiments to those of Steve Jobs. In her speech, she said, "In the end, people can only define you if you let them. In the end, it's up to each of us to define ourselves. In the end, it's up to each of you to create your futures by the choices you make and the actions you take." It's interesting to reflect at times like this on the advice given in speeches such as this one, and how that advice has changed over recent years. Yes, they're still full of the normal quotes about being true to oneself, being willing to take risks and fail, and defining your own future. But over recent years, I've noticed a subtle difference in the message being given at graduation, or in the United States, as it's called, commencement ceremonies, not just in the UK, but worldwide. As we continue to emerge from the shock of the banking crisis of 2008, fully 10 years ago now, and the desperate impacts that those corporate failures have had on our society, we're reminded more and more of the role of organisations and the people who work within them in relation to the broader agenda of corporate social responsibility. For me, this is about all of us recognising that our lives, both personal and employed, exist in a finely balanced ecosystem. And when that system suffers shock, whether political, financial, or cultural, the consequences, both individual and societal, are profound and long-lasting. One hopes that the lessons of the past 10 years will not be forgotten in the next boom phase, whenever that may be. So whilst my generation may be held accountable for the sins of the past, my hope is that your generation will have learned those lessons and will act in a more corporately and societally responsible manner. It's a big ask, but then again, I've always been optimistic about the power of youth to shape a better future for everyone. And finally, as this address draws to a close, it would be remiss of me not to say a few words of thanks. Michael Dell, the founder of the Dell Corporation, in a speech to the University of Texas at Austin, said, "As you walk the path you've chosen, remember that the road ahead is paved with relationships. I've enjoyed some great fortune, but none of it would have happened without the people who shared their wisdom and the love and support of my family and friends. Remember, there's no such thing as self-made success." So on behalf of those of you graduating today, to my left, to those loved ones on my right, parents, spouses, friends, and family, thank you for your dedication, affection, and support in helping to achieve the successes being celebrated here today. Again, on your behalf and on behalf of my senior colleagues, a massive thank you to your tutors and all the faculty staff who've worked tirelessly to support you through your studies and who've helped you achieve the awards, again, for which you will shortly be presented. And most importantly, finally, thank you to you, the graduands, shortly to be graduates. Thank you for choosing to be part of our Edge Hill community, not just for this period of study, but as contributors to the enduring 133-year legacy that the university continues to provide, not just in the UK, but beyond. And if you take nothing else from my opening address this afternoon, please remember this. My message is a simple one. It is a call for you to chart your own course and to live your life on your own terms. Life is not a rehearsal. Your degree is your ticket to play the game. How you fare is up to you. Congratulations on achieving the awards for which you will shortly be presented. Enjoy your celebrations today, and good luck in your future careers, wherever they may take you. Thank you.
Each year, working in partnership with the university, the Students' Union invites nominations from students to recognise those staff, both academic and support staff, who've made the greatest difference to their time at university. Each year, they receive hundreds of nominations from students wishing to recognise the impact staff have had on them, and this year is no exception. From the hundreds of nominations, just 10 awards are made, and the work of these exceptional colleagues is recognised at these ceremonies. This afternoon, we're recognising the contribution of 2 of these colleagues, and I'd like to invite Joseph Hanrahan Bradford, the President of the Students' Union, to present the awards. The The first award recognises a colleague as an outstanding personal tutor, but also recognises her contribution not only as an excellent personal tutor, but as an outstanding support for students for whom she is not the personal tutor. As one student says, "She isn't my personal tutor. However, she has helped me so much in the ways that personal tutors can help. I have recently experienced a bereavement in my family, and she has helped in pastoral and academic ways. She has been available when I need to talk, and she does this in a very compassionate way. She has helped me so much in numerous ways, even though she isn't my personal tutor. She has given me time when she didn't need to, and has made my experience at university a whole lot easier." The first award goes to Joyce Humphreys. The second award recognises a colleague's outstanding contribution to teaching. In nominating him, his students recognised the way in which he stepped in when another member of staff left and focused on ensuring that the experience of the students was not affected. Despite taking on a heavy workload, the students acknowledged that his teaching has never faltered, and he is always willing to find time to sit down with students when they're struggling. As one student says, "He doesn't give you the answer, but he teaches you how to find it, maximising the potential of all students." Please join me in congratulating David Walsh.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of Academic Board, I present students from the Faculty of Arts and Sciences who are candidates for awards today. For defending the doctoral thesis entitled An Exploration of the Student Personal Tutor Relationship, I present Annabelle Yale. For defending the doctoral thesis entitled An Ontology-Driven Approach to Personalized Mobile Health Application Development, I present Daniel George Campbell. For the degree of Master of Computing, Danielle Baker. Vice-Chancellor, the following candidate has been awarded the Lisa Ratcliffe Prize for achieving the highest mark in a dissertation of those finalists in the Faculty of Arts and Sciences 2017-18. Jake Alexander French. Shannon Louise Ellen Rush. Alexander Warburton. For the degree of Master of Computing in Computer Security and Networks, Holly Ruth Davies. Natalie Jane Hewitt. Andrew John Steele. Jamie Louise Woods. For the degree of Master of Computing in Web Design and Development, Jacob Adam Flynn. Joshua Thomas Hudson. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing, Jacob Paul Barrow. Paul James Hill. Nigel Anthony Morton. For the degree of Master of Science in Cybersecurity, Matthew Scott. For the degree of Master of Science in Information Security and IT Management, Joshua Lloyd Griffin. For the degree of Master of Science in Psychology, Philip Steele. For a postgraduate certificate, Research in Computing, Jonathan Jackson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing, Rebecca Louise Ainsworth. Paul Nathan Allen. Jessica Andrews. Daniel Anthony Austin. Daniel Luke Bilson. Nathan William Buckley. Liam Connor Burns. Alexander Burton. Timothy Joseph Clarkson. Ryan Anthony Foster. Elliot Stephen Hyam. David James Isle. Amy Jessica Kelly. Thomas William Kirkpatrick. Christian James Lagden. Daniel James Madden. Oliver Jonathan Maggs. Liam Paul Marr. Kieran Connor Martin. Adam James Massey. Christopher Derek Matthews. Liam James McAtee. Olivia Hannah McCambridge. Simone Gimming Melidoni. Ethan David Kenneth Merone. David Ethan Moyes Lowe. Daniel Robert Mulvaney. Daniel Lewis Minard. Alexander Nicholas Pallis. Mohammed Fayaz Patel. Mohammed Patel. Mohammed Nadeem E. Patel. Robert Preston. Matthew Stewart Reeves. Paul Richmond. Liam Joseph Rogers. Ashton Wade Ruddin. Ellen Jane Stewart. Matthew Scott Taylor. Holly Tour. Ryan Stephen Gerald Turner. Matthew James Vale. Ross Anthony Whitehead. Jamie Paul Wood. James Wright. Istabrak Ibrahim Zamil. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing, Application Development, Paul Andrew Holden. Maxfield Thomas Horwood. James Michael Rimmer. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing Games Programming, Catherine Anna Arnold. Michael Alexander Bromilo. Ryan Clare. Alexander Stephen Drew. Connor Gaskell. Zachary Thomas Hamilton Bridge. Matthew Gary Howard. Robert Conrad Kemp. Kyle Lee. Owen Michael Mawson. Sean Henry McBain. Kieran James Monaghan. Kenneth Edwin Poppey. Kieran Thomas Quinn. Christopher Henry Rawlins. Scott Thomas Sewards. Kieran Thomas Kingsley Vernon. Joshua Thomas Warburton. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing Information Systems, Bobby Oluwatsin Abdul. Wakash Ali. David John Ocamp. Thomas James Backhouse. Thomas Iliam Evans. Connie Jane McCrudden. Sarah Jane Smith. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing, Networking, Security and Forensics, Andrew George Allen. Matthew Austin Corbett. Marissa Josephine Deboe. Andre Amedeo Eriu. Liam Dean Fisher. Alex Foden. Jonathan James Forster. Jack William Joseph Hardacre. Joshua Hardy. Adam Joseph Murray. Sean David Pearson. Saffron Olivia Quilligan. Mark Richard Sandifer. David Schoen. Luke George Smith. Timothy Lucas Williams. Patrick Powell Zionacki. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing, Systems and Software, Hassan Ali Anwar. Thomas Joseph Barraclough. Ruben Singh Chauhan. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Educational Psychology, Tanzila Akbar. Francesca Mary Appleyard. Olivia Abigail Barlow. Bethan Cahill. Nicole Louise Clutton. Eleanor Grace Conlon. Erin Sarah Miller. Lorna May Mulini. Luke Joss Nichols. Felicitas Marie Nothoff. Anna Marie Quickler. Aisha Kaur Penny Riat. Katie Louise Roberts. Rebecca Jane Sowden. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Information Technology Management for Business, Olivia Cox. David Ryan Helm. Alex Jessica Kelly. Amanda Rotherham. Jake David Williams.
for the degree of Bachelor of Science with honours in Psychology, Sophie Louise Adamson. Emily Charlotte Armitage. Charlotte Rachel Ashton. Matthew Anthony Bailey. Lucy Natasha Birmingham. Danielle Claire Berry. Chloe Bostock. Zoe Rebecca Bowness. Chloe Brocklehurst. Jason Alexander Butler. Zoe Margaret Cairns. Joshua Aaron Can. Lucy Jane Cartwright Stacey. Philip Patrick Cassidy. Ewa Cisse. Lauren Amy Chalice. Emma Louise Clark. James Tobias D.D. Clark. Harriet Sarah Connolly. Hannah Louise Corbishley. Amy Marie Corrigan. Bethan Amy Crook. Vice-Chancellor, the following candidate has been awarded the British Psychological Society Prize for achieving the highest overall average percentage mark of the psychology graduating cohort. Hannah Louise de Freitas. Jessica Marie Dearden. Rhys Duddle. Natasha Ebrell. Jessica Esme Eccles Padwick. Danny Liam Egan. Thomas Michael Fernley. Rebecca Frodsham. Zoe Elizabeth Fryer. Emma Patricia Greenhalgh. Sophie Lorraine Chelsea Gregory. Rebecca Louise Griffiths Murphy. Alana Crisell Grover. Bryony Gooklu. Rebecca Morgan Halliwell. Molly Hannah Hampson. Lewis Conrad Harding. Melissa Ann Hayes. Lauren Joan Heames. Danielle Lauren Hiddle. Amy Jane Hill. Alicia Tallulah Hurd. Katie Jane Hodgson. Ghazala Zara Hussain. Hudu Mahad Jama. Taylor Ellis Jones. Jessica Lee Keogh. Suzanne Khan. Eleanor Jane Leach. Vanessa Page Lowe. Laura Makin. Rachel Louise Martin. Jenny Nicola Catherine Rachel Mason. Isaac McCann. Charlotte Morgan. Georgia Lee Muirhead. Dina J. Myers. Annie Louise Neal. Emily Moira O'Grady. Taylor O'Hara. Lucy Joyce Parker. Ahmed Youssef Patel. Lindsay Dawn Pearson. Prevel Imo Ogochukwu Peters. Megan Leanne Priest. Amy Elizabeth Purcell. Fiona Michelle Pursglove. Heather Jane Ransom. Mia Richardson. Georgia Louise Riley. Grace Eleanor Sanderson. Mirren Scotland. Emma Seddon. Vice-Chancellor, the following candidate has been awarded an Adam Bell Scholarship this year. Hussein Haider Shah. Sarah Elizabeth Sharp. Eleanor Grace Slough. Sean Smith. Sophie Louise Stringer. Billy Kenneth Studholme. Carly Talentire. Hannah Elizabeth Topp. Taryn Adam Triplett. Emma Tully. Elisha Pradeep Uttam Lal. Naomi van der Spey. Lindsay Catherine Walkinshaw. Olivia Hannah Walsh. Ashley Catherine Warren. India Rose Watson. Lauren Elizabeth Webber. Holly Ann Wilkinson. Connor John Williams. Stephanie Kate Williams. Halle Jean Wood. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with honours in Sport and Exercise Psychology, Donna Marie Cox. Thomas Neil Cuthbert. Jack Patrick Harrison. Christopher Michael Hayes. Zoe Louise Lynch. Luke Hanlon McKenna. Jack Matthew Prince. Denim Casey Robertson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with honours in Web Design and Development, James Brewer. Samantha Rose Crosby. Emma Louise Jones. Robert John Jones. Anthony Thomas Neil Kelly. Ryan Maddock. Jonathan Mars. Charlotte Louise Newman. Paige Shannon O'Neill. Hannah Louise Perrin. Daniel Anthony Ridley. Barry Andrew Tickle. Alexander Edwin Verinda. Timothy David Walkenden. Jordan James Whitby. Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates studied for their award at Hugh Baird College for the Foundation Degree Science and Information Technology, Mobile Computing, Christopher Bridson. James Paul Byrne. Andrew Robert Madican. Gary Allen Simpson. David John George Smith. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology, Samadi Jimhani Hetiarachi. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of students from the Faculty of Arts and Sciences.
Lots of applause, but not a single graduate yet. Give me a moment. Important words. By the authority vested in me as the Vice-Chancellor of Edge Hill University, I hereby confer the Edge Hill University Awards for which you have been presented, and I congratulate you all. Hats in the air and give them away. Well, you went at that with gusto, didn't you? Yeah. There are people with a 6 3/4 head with a 7 1/2 hat now. Yeah. And I was reflecting as people were coming across, particularly one part of the group there, that my daughter is actually a psychology graduate. All I can say to parents is it's mostly upside. 300 of you have sprinted across the red carpet. One or two of you lingered a bit longer. And I'd managed to say hello and congratulations, and probably ruin a couple of photographs as well. But what I've not had is 300 separate conversations. But that does mean that you'll sleep in your own beds tonight. Rather, I'd crave a couple of minutes of your time for a brief word to all of you. The first thing I want to say is to thank you for studying at Edge Hill. It's your university, and it's a university which is on a strong upward trajectory. The year you joined us, we were the United Kingdom University of the Year, and we've maintained that trajectory. Tomorrow, colleagues are in Edinburgh, where actually we are one of 17 universities from 5 continents which have been shortlisted for the Global Teaching Awards. We're also, this year, the Times and the Sunday Times University of the Year for student retention. Students come here, they study here, they stay here, and thanks to you, they graduate here. And we would not have won that award without you. Now, my job is to ensure that the strengthening of your university continues year on year, so that, although you're proud today, you can be yet more proud of what the university achieves over the next decade and beyond. And we're proud of you. the 9 o'clock lectures, the assignments, the exams, but also actually the way in which you've developed and grown, the friends you've made, and the opportunities that will lie ahead of you. Now, I don't see today as the end of a journey. It's a staging post, it's a very important staging post, but I hope for each and every one of you it's a stepping stone to successful careers, but equally important, to happy, healthy, and fulfilling lives. You've studied in one of the best psychology departments in the country. Your head of department constantly tells me that it's in the top 5 for research, it's in the top 5 for teaching, and it's in the top 5 for student support and employment. That is an excellent accolade for that department. But it also sits alongside an excellent computing department. And those computer scientists will have career opportunities to progress the technologies on which increasingly we shape our lives. And all of you, leave with our very best wishes for the future. But this is adieu. It is not goodbye. We'll be here to support you. Our career service will willingly help you. The Alumni Association will invite you back. And I'm sure colleagues in your department will be happy to see you, your head popping around the office door from time to time. But first of all, enjoy today. You've earned it. You walked into this hall as graduands, and you leave it as graduates. Congratulations, our thoughts and our thanks go with all of you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a song for our graduating class of 2018, will you please welcome Miss Lucy McHale.
How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you, and longer if I can. How long will I need you? As long as the seasons need to follow their plan. How long will I be with you? As long as the sea is bound to wash upon the sand. How long will I hold you? As long as you want me to, and longer by far. How long will I want you? As long as your father told you, as long as you care. How long will I give to you? As long as I live through you, however long you say. How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you, and longer if I How long will I love you? As long as stars are
Thank you very much, Lucy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the ceremony. Can I direct you to Centre Campus where there are refreshments available in the hub area? Please have a safe journey home, and I now declare that this ceremony is closed.